Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Homeowners Insurance Explained. What's actually covered? If you own a home in the US, you'll want to stick around because we'll break down exactly what your policy covers, what it often doesn't, and how recent data is showing just how important it is to get this right. And don't forget, check out the description below for exclusive links that can help you explore actual coverage options. Let's get into it. Your home is likely your biggest investment, so protecting it makes sense. According to the Insurance Information Institute, more than 95% of homeowners in the US have home insurance, yet a surprising number are still underinsured. And get this, owners in high-risk zip codes, areas prone to climate-related damage, are paying much more for premium coverage, with premiums rising faster than inflation. So it isn't just having a policy, it's making sure you have the right policy. That's what we're unpacking today. When you look at a typical homeowner's insurance policy, often an HO3 form, which is the most common in the US, it generally covers 4 key areas. Dwelling coverage, that's your home structure. Walls, roof, built-in systems, sometimes attached garages. Other structures, things like detached garages, sheds, fences. Personal property, your belongings inside the home. Furniture, electronics, clothing. Liability protection. If someone's injured on your property or you accidentally damage someone else's property, the liability portion steps in. Many policies also include loss of use cover. If a covered peril makes your home uninhabitable, your insurer may pay for your temporary housing, meals, etc. But, and this is key, policies only cover perils they specify or say they're open to in an all-risk version, and only up to the policy limits and your deductible. So understanding which perils are included and which are excluded is essential. Here are a few eye-opening statistics you'll want to be aware of. The average cost of homeowners insurance in the US is roughly $2,151 per year, and rates have gone up by about 48% in the past 5 years on average. Nearly 1 in 7 owner-occupied homes in the US, that's about 6%, are uninsured. For homes in zip codes with the highest risk of climate-related building losses, premiums averaged around $2,321, which was about 82% more than homes in low-risk zip codes. When it comes to claim reasons, property damage, including theft, accounted for about 97.8% of homeowner insurance claims in 2021. What this tells us is, we're dealing with higher costs, higher risks, and still a significant number of homeowners who are not fully covered or not covered at all. That means policy details matter more than ever. Now let's talk about the gaps, what you might assume is covered, but often isn't. This is crucial. For instance, standard homeowners insurance policies typically do not cover flood damage, earthquakes, landslides, or sinkholes. Those usually require separate policies or endorsements. Another example, damage due to normal wear and tear, maintenance issues, mold caused by ongoing seepage, or pest damage are generally excluded. Also, many policies rely on a rule called the 80% rule or similar guideline, which means you need to insure your home to at least 80% of its replacement value, or the payout may be proportionally reduced. All of this means owning a standard policy may leave you exposed, especially if you assume that every calamity is covered. So you'll want to carefully check your policy, ask about endorsements, and understand the limits and exclusions. Here are practical steps you should use when evaluating your homeowner's insurance. First, check the replacement cost of your home, not just market value. Your policy should cover what it would cost to rebuild. If you built an addition, upgraded your systems, or live in an area with rising construction costs, make sure your coverage reflects that. Next, review your peril list and make sure the policy covers the risks you actually face: wildfires, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, depending on your region. Then take stock of your personal property. Do you have high-value items, jewelry, art, collectibles? Many policies cap payouts for valuables unless you add a scheduled endorsement. Also, review your liability limits and loss of use coverage. If your home is uninhabitable after a fire, will your policy pay for temporary housing and additional living expenses? And finally, Shop around and compare premiums and coverage, because data show that premiums are rising fast. Knowing what's driving your premium, location, materials, risk zone, helps you negotiate or consider risk mitigation steps. For example, installing hurricane straps or fire-resistant materials to reduce cost. Always remember, the best policy is one that matches your home's characteristics, your risk profile, and your financial situation. Let's bring this home with a couple of quick real-world scenarios. Imagine you live in a coastal area and a storm damages your home. Your standard policy might cover wind and hail damage, but if floodwater enters your house, the damage may not be covered unless you have a flood policy. That's a major distinction many homeowners overlook. Or let's say you've upgraded your basement into a home office or living suite. If your policy was written before that upgrade, you might be underinsured because your replacement cost has increased. When you call your insurer or broker, here are 3 smart questions to ask. What perils are covered under my dwelling coverage and what are explicitly excluded? Am I covered for full replacement cost or only actual cash value? Do I need any endorsements for high-value property, flood, or earthquakes given my location? By asking tangible questions like those, you'll ensure you're not leaving anything important uncovered. That wraps up our deep dive into Homeowners Insurance Explained. What's actually covered? If you're a homeowner in the US, I hope this video helps you feel more confident about your insurance, and more importantly, gives you questions to ask so you're really protected. Don't forget to check the description below for exclusive links to tools and offers that can help you compare policies and find better coverage. If you found this helpful, please hit like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. What part of your policy surprised you? Want more videos on specific regions, floods, or disaster prep? Let me know. And while you're here, check out our next video on how to prepare your home for natural disasters in 2025. It's perfect if you live in a weather risk area. Thanks for watching. Here's to securing your home and your peace of mind. See you in the next one.